5 books to help your business mindset. In today's video, I really wanted to talk about 5 different business building mindset books that I'm actually considering reading in the new year to help me overall grow my businesses, as well as just train my mind to think better about business and just to think about more technical and tactical business strategies so that I can grow my business and scale it more over the coming year. And I think a lot of this has to do with having a really good mindset, like a positive mindset, and powering through those tricky things in businesses that always come up. So I'm considering reading these books in the new year, and I just wanted to share them with you, my audience. That way you could consider reading them as well in 2025 or whenever you see this video. And I will be putting links to all of these books in the description of this video. That way you can go and check them out yourself, and you can read more about them. You probably can get a sample to see if it's something you really want to read and spend your time on. I think that all these books have really good lessons that we could learn from as business owners. Number 1 is The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen Covey. First of all, I believe it's absolutely crucial to establish habits within your business, because habits are something that you can repeat a lot, but in small increments over a long period of time. And that's normally how you see growth within a business, is by repeating those same habits for a while until you then see results. And I really like this particular book because Stephen Covey presents a holistic, integrated, principle-centered approach for solving personal and professional problems. With penetrating insights and pointed antidotes, Covey reveals a step-by-step pathway for living with fairness, integrity, service, and human dignity. All of these principles that give us the security to adapt to change and the wisdom and power to take advantage of the opportunities that change creates. So in business, we're always going to be having to deal with changes. There's always going to be places in business where we're going to have to adapt to things, move our business into where the industry is going, that type of thing. And so I think this book could help you to have a really good mindset towards implementing those changes in a really healthy way. So long story short, I think this book can teach you how to properly embrace change in a healthy way, and helping you create those habits that you can implement into your business to see change over time, or adjust to the changes that are happening within your particular business's industry. And so I highly recommend The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen Covey. Number 2 is called Mindset: The New Psychology of Success, and this one is written by Carol S. Dweck. This book is all about training your mindset to be successful, to have success, to see things as a success, to train your mind to be able to have outcomes of success and to get to that place of success. Basically, training your mind to be positive through all the ups and downs of business. So this book explores the power of our mindset in achieving success, emphasizing the importance of a growth mindset in business and life. So yes, it is super important to always be training your mind to grow when you are running a business and in life, because if you become stagnant and aren't willing to grow in life and business, then you will stop growing and you won't see success, and you'll get yourself into this repeated thing of just not wanting to grow, and you'll get to a point where you just want to sit on the couch and eat potato chips and do nothing. And we don't want to ever get to that point in life. We want to keep challenging ourselves and continue to improve at the things we are doing in our life. I like to think of it as, if there's something in your business that you really struggle with, that's the one thing you need to focus on getting better at, because that's when you will actually see change in your business, is when you learn how to overcome and conquer that thing. So this book features transformative insights into redefining success, building lifelong resilience, and supercharging self-improvement. So again, it's all about improving yourself and embracing that change in life, and being able to train your mindset to think about change as a positive thing. That way you can honestly almost like change and think of it as something that helps you grow and helps you build your business over the long term. And so I think this book could really help you with that. Book number 3 is The Lean Startup by Eric Ries. And this book really revolutionizes how entrepreneurs approach building and scaling their businesses in today's day and age. This book can talk a lot about how a lot of startups fail because people don't know how to properly implement things and to overcome challenges within their business. What this book says is that many of these failures are preventable by certain strategies. So the Lean Startup is a new approach being adapted across the globe, changing the way that companies are built and new products are launched. Eric Ries defines a startup as an organization dedicated to creating something new, under conditions of extreme uncertainty. And we all know that building a business can be very uncertain at first, so that is totally true. And this is just as true for one person in a garage or a group of seasoned professionals in a Fortune 500 boardroom. What they have in common is a mission to penetrate that fog of uncertainty to discover a successful path to a sustainable business. So basically, this book talks a lot about how, yes, starting a business is going to feel very uncertain and very hard, very risky. There are ways to overcome those uncertainty using certain strategies, and I think this book really will delve into how to overcome those uncertain things within business to get you to a point in which your business is successful and sustainable long term. So that book will be linked below for you to go check out if you're interested in it. Book number 4 is Thinking Fast and Slow by Daniel Kahneman. That's a fun last name for you today. And this book is very intriguing because this particular author has introduced a way of thinking that has 2 different systems in how we process things within our minds. And these 2 different systems drive the way we think within our minds. The first system is kind of like geared towards the fast, the intuitive, and the emotional. And then the second system is geared towards how we think more slower, more deliberate, and more logical over time. If we can really train our brains to understand these 2 systems, then it can greatly enhance our decision-making skills within business. We can almost choose a system that we want to use to make that decision in our business, depending on that particular decision's circumstances and just the outcomes we want to see and things like that. And so learning these 2 systems and understanding how our brains automatically process things can be super beneficial to running a business like faster or more logically or just better in general. And it also says here in his mega bestseller, Thinking Fast and Slow, Daniel Kahneman, world famous psychologist and winner of the Nobel Prize in Economics, takes us on a groundbreaking tour of the mind and explains the 2 systems that drive the way we think. System 1 is fast, intuitive, and emotional. System 2 is slower, more deliberate, and more logical. The impact of overconfidence on corporate strategies, the difficulties of predicting what will make us happy in the future, the profound effect of cognitive biases on everything from playing the stock market to planning our next vacation. Each of these can be understood only by knowing how these 2 systems shape our judgments and decisions. So I've never thought about making decisions as like we have 2 different things, like 2 different systems in our brain, how we process these things. So I found Thinking Fast and Slow to be very interesting and a concept that I've never thought about before. So again, another book that I would recommend looking into in the new year. And book number 5, which honestly is probably my favorite one out of all these things in the list, because it's all about resilient entrepreneurship, which is literally my favorite thing on earth currently. And so in this book is basically talks about proven strategies to launch and grow a profitable startup business, overcome the fear of failure, which I'm a huge fan of overcoming the fear of failure. I actually have another video on my channel about that particular topic. And then also building resilience for success within your business so you can overcome those things that honestly cause you stress and fear and issues in your business. You can learn to overcome those things and honestly like make it a piece of cake at the end of the day. And this book was written by Dr. Cece Kitonovaski, and she has a PhD, I believe. Resilient entrepreneurship goes into this whole idea. Your business idea could make it big. Make sure you know how to get it there. You finally decide to take the plunge and step away from the drudgery of the 9-to-5, working for someone else and letting your true passion sit on the back burner. It's a courageous first step, and taking it is already something worth celebrating. The only question is, now what? You have a great idea for a business, but how exactly do you go about launching it and setting it up to become something profitable and primed for growth? How do you get over that impending sense of fear when the future seems so uncertain and you have no idea what challenges lie ahead? So this book is really geared towards that entrepreneur who is just beginning their business. They want that freedom that a business provides for them. They don't want to work for a 9-to-5 anymore. They want to be, their own SEO type of thing. And so this book is really going to help you learn different techniques and strategies to help you build that business successfully within the next 1 to 3 years. And within those next 1 to 3 years, you will then start to see your life changing, and you will then start to see how the business has actually really helped you and your family. And so I think this book could be really, really good for you and overcoming, the feel of failure, and also just helping you build patience and perseverance within your business to ultimately see success after putting in lots of long hours to build this to where you want it to be. So if you are at the beginning of your business building journey, your entrepreneurship journey, I'd actually recommend that you read book number 5 first, because I think it's probably going to be most relevant to you in those startup phases of your business. And obviously I have not fully read any of these books yet. These are just books that I found that I'm looking into that I think I would like to add to my business reading list for 2025. And so when I do read these books, I might actually make a follow-up video going into further like how these books help me and like the practical application of each of these books. So if you are interested in seeing that, when that video comes out, I will link it to this video at the end here. Again, it's probably not out at the making of this video because I haven't read all these books yet, but that's okay. But I really think that reading these books could be beneficial to you and your business. So I highly recommend that you pick one to start with in 2025 and get started reading on that comfy couch of yours in January. And if you are a photographer and you are so lost in what to do during off season as a photographer, then I have the perfect video that is coming out next for you. And that is what to do in off season as a photographer to help grow your business. So if you want to check out that video will be next.